Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome back to Queen's Table. We have had a couple of weeks off here at Pageant Land, mainly because of handovers and lots of interesting things like that. So my first guest back after our lovely little break is the lovely Millie O'Connell, and she's your Miss Great Britain finalist. So how are you?
Oh, good evening, Dion. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very, very good. I feel well rested. I've been detoxing and face masks and makeup free and all that sort of thing, So
Oh,
it's all
that's
good. So
Oh,
have
dear.
you had a good week?
I've had a very good week. I mean, April's been quite crazy for pageantry, hasn't it? So I've been all over the country this month, and just thought after Miss Crown UK at the weekend that I would mosey on up to Edinburgh. So I'm sat in a hotel room in Edinburgh at the moment, having a few days off, which is really nice.
Oh, well, that's absolutely incredible. So you were obviously Atlantic. Where else have you been then? You've been to Miss Crown?
Yeah, Supra was last weekend, and at the beginning of April, I went to IJM as well. So, been all over. Yeah.
You've been a busy girl, isn't it? But that's what it's
Yeah,
all about, is supporting pageants and everything when you can, isn't it? So
absolutely. And that's the best thing about pageantry, isn't it? Really, getting to see everybody and traveling all around, catching up with friends. So it's been really brilliant. Yeah.
oh, that's it. I mean, I was very gutted I missed Miss Crown, actually. But I did watch it on YouTube, though. Was there watching, so supporting from home. And I think it's great these days that you can actually do that, can't you? If you can't make it, or if it is a long way. I mean, I think it's about 6.5, 7 hours from me or something. I'm not quite sure, but you can support at home, which is really good. So it's fantastic to know you've been out and about supporting all the lovely pageant community. So we're going to talk about your pageant journey today, and you are entering Miss Great Britain, which is amazing, and you're in the Ms category. Tell me why you decided to go with Miss Great Britain.
Yeah. So last year, I entered my first pageant, which was UK's National Miss. And the second I stepped on the stage, I just knew that I'd caught the pageant bug, and that was it for me. I had to enter again another pageant. And actually, I spoke to Saffron and Kirsty and Eden as well over the few weeks after UK's National Miss, and they just really encouraged me to apply for Miss Great Britain. And when you have such lovely queens as well, I think it really speaks for the system a lot, doesn't it? So I was very encouraged to join, and I just went to watch it in October, and I just thought, this is it. This is the system for me. It was an incredible show. It was just done so amazingly on stage, the setup, and I just thought, yeah, that's it. That's me. That's where
That was it.
Yeah.
Then they got you. They got you. It's good.
Yeah.
But I must admit, I have watched Miss Great Britain before on a few occasions, and it is incredible, isn't it? The atmosphere, everything about it is so lovely. So, what are you most looking forward to about the final?
Oh, honestly, just meeting everybody. So we have this group chat already. So we've all been talking and encouraging each other, and the girls are also amazing. The women are also amazing. So I'm really looking forward to, well, first the masterclass, which is one of the great things about GB, is that there's pre-events where everyone can meet. So I'm just really looking forward to meeting everybody and getting to know everybody in person instead of online.
Oh, that's it. I love the group chats before a pageant, don't you? It gets you like really buzzing for the pageant, and you get to it's nice as well because it breaks the ice. If you're a little bit, maybe a bit nervous, or because even when I meet people for the first time, I could be a little bit shy. You wouldn't think it, but
I don't believe it.
Yeah, but it's great because you can have these little chats online and just really sort of get to know each other, and you're like, oh yeah, you're so and so, well, that's brilliant, and it's just such a great thing, isn't it? So I mean, you've got a fantastic platform, and I'd love to talk about that, which is about female empowerment and self-defense. So yeah, tell me a little bit about that.
Yep. So in my spare time, I am a Krav Maga instructor. Assistant instructor, I should say. Krav Maga, for anyone that doesn't know, is a form of self-defense. It's an Israeli self-defense martial art, and it focuses on real-world situations and techniques that are realistic and effective, no matter what size or shape you are. So it's particularly good for women because, as you know, we're a bit smaller in general than men. So I've got into that 5 years ago. And I knew I wanted to start it as soon as I decided I wanted to have children, because I just thought it was so important to be able to protect my family, and to teach my child as well. So I have a little girl. She's 3. She's sassy. She wants to be on the pageant stage already. Oh dear. It's really my mission to teach as many women as possible how to defend themselves. So as part of my platform, I'm doing free self-defense workshops for women in my local community around Oxfordshire, and hopefully in the pipeline a couple of pageants as well, but I haven't confirmed yet, so I won't give it away just yet. But that is the aim. They're completely free. I really think that financial ability shouldn't impact whether you can learn to defend yourself. So that's why I really want to offer them free to people. I also recommend, obviously, if you can attend a class, that would be great. There's not just Krav Maga, there's karate and taekwondo, so any martial art that you could join I think is really worthwhile. But it's just so important, I think, for all women to know how to defend themselves. Currently, we've had a lot of not brilliant incidents, I think, over the past few years. So I think it's really important that women can defend themselves.
I think that's absolutely incredible. What an amazing platform. And I shall definitely be looking out for these classes. I actually wish I lived near, or I'll be there, So hopefully, fingers crossed, you will be like doing these at some of the pageants, because it's just incredible, yes. Isn't it? So it's a really, really good thing. So what, something you're very, very passionate about. Do you even teach children as well, or is it just adults?
At the moment, it's just adults. Obviously, I would like to teach children in the future, but yes, at the moment, it's just adults, women specifically. And you don't have to be local, Dion, because later in the year, as part of my platform, I'll also be releasing a series of videos on basic techniques, how to defend yourselves in real situations. So something that I've noticed when you look up anything online, like on YouTube, and you're looking at self-defense, all the videos are done in gyms, in gym wear. And I think actually you're more likely to get into a dangerous situation not in a gym, really, aren't you? So for instance, on a night out maybe, or just walking down the street, to be honest. So I'm going to do videos in real situations wearing normal clothing that I would be, to show that you can protect yourself in these sort of everyday situations, and that the techniques do work. So there you go, you can watch online.
I like it. But that's thinking outside the box as well, isn't it? Because you really have thought about that, and that is true. And people might enjoy watching them more because it's not kind of got that gym feel. It has give you the, you could be in this place, like even a supermarket, or walking down the street, or something like that. So it gives it a bit more realness to it, doesn't it? So I think people will really, including myself, will enjoy those and learn a lot from it. So I'm excited about that. So let's move on to your fundraising then, and tell me about what fundraising you've got lined up now.
Yep, so this year I'm fundraising for the 2 amazing Miss Great Britain charities, which are Alex's Wish and Cancer Research UK. Last year I walked 100k for charity for Mind, and raised over £1,000. So this year I thought, how do I top it? So this year I'm walking 200k to raise money for cancer research. So far I've already done a half marathon and a 50k. My next event is a half marathon, and I've got a couple more 50s. And a pretty muddy as well, because I think that'll be fun. So that's my main fundraising. And then I've got a few events. I'm doing some pamper parties, some raffles, a couple of bits like that as well to raise money.
Oh, that's incredible. I do have your Instagram address on the bottom, just scrolling across the bottom there. So can they, if let's say someone wants to donate to one of your amazing things that you're doing, where would be the best place for them to find that link to donate there?
Yep, so it's if you go to my Instagram, there is in my bio a fundraising link. Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. I was hoping you were going to say that. So it's really easy then, isn't it? So so it's at Instagram at Ms. Oxfordshire 2023. So that's, if anyone wants to find you, that's where they find you. So that's brilliant. So when you're going to be competing in Miss Great Britain, I know you have you've only done 2 pageants. It's going to be your second one. That's so exciting. And it's but it doesn't feel like it because you do so much. So what round is your favorite round, and what are you most looking forward to about being on the stage?
Well, fashion wear was my favourite round in UK's National Miss. But actually, I'm really looking forward to swimwear. I've never done it on stage before. I'm slightly apprehensive about it, but from everyone I've spoken to, it really is really empowering. So I'm actually really excited about swimwear. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, no, swimwear is great, but you know, it is really empowering. I mean, even if like for women sort of my sort of age, and things like that, and I've had, you know, especially women, I think if you've had children or whatever, you know, it's just great to get on stage in your swimwear and just strut your stuff, isn't it? So I can't wait to see that. So, with your pageant journey so far, what's the best thing that, well, your own personal goal or your best thing that you've done so far?
I think the thing I'm most proud of actually is raising. It was £1,300 last year for Mind, because I'd never really done anything big fundraising in the past before. I'd sort of stuck to things like bake sales. So it was really empowering for me to actually take on. I did 100K over one weekend, which was a really difficult physical challenge.
Wow.
It was wonderful. It was really a mind over matter. I walked from London to Brighton in a weekend, and was sponsored for that. So
that is incredible. Like,
thank
how
you.
did you feel? Like, I mean, when you finished, you must have been. I mean, Mind is a charity very close to my heart, to be honest. But you know, like, how many miles is that? So was it 100 miles?
So it's 100K. I can't.
So
I'm not sure exactly how many miles that is. I think it's about 64 miles, I think.
Something miles. Yeah, I was trying to work it out, sort of like for older people so they can understand. So, you know, miles. But you know, it's such an achievement. But how did you feel afterwards? I mean, how many hours did that take?
So it took me 22.5 hours, but you do stop overnight. Yeah, I felt exhausted, but really quite proud actually, because it was tough. You have to push yourself physically and mentally. So it was a really good one to do. But honestly, I'm not sure I recommend 100, to be honest. I'd say start with a 50. It's probably a bit more enjoyable.
I mean, that it's to be honest, that is just it's incredible. I could not probably do that. I would probably, I don't know, I think my feet would fall off. I'm not quite sure, but that is such an incredible achievement, and well done you. That is absolutely amazing. But you've doubled it this time.
Yes, but split them out because 200 in a row was a bit much.
Oh, that's brilliant. No, fair play to you, because that is absolutely incredible. You keep doing all these amazing things. You're absolutely smashing pageant world already. When you told me it was only your second pageant, I couldn't believe it, to be honest. But you can tell you really enjoy it, and you just, you know, you work so hard. So from all of us at Pageant Land, we wish you all the best for October. The finals, is it the 3rd week of October? Yes.
Yeah, it's the 20th of October, the final, yeah.
Yeah. I don't only know that because I put it in the diary, because we're all going to be there and we're all going to be supporting you and cheering you on. So it's going to be incredible. So thank you so much for coming on this evening. I really appreciate it. And I will be back again next week at 7 o'clock on the Tuesday with another guest. Bye.
Thanks, bye.